Welcome along. This video today is for anyone out there that offers a service. This may be a service as a small business, as a freelancer, or it even could be that you contribute in some way your skills, your expertise, your time as part of a project, a personal or community project, or even just generally what you want to contribute to the world in kind of what you do or your hobbies, anything like that. So I want to reference two famous quotes, statements that you probably know, which is first is about Thomas Edison, how he famously said he had 1,000 attempts to learn in the process of making the light bulb. And it's quoted he also had something around 10,000 prototypes to get to the stage where he finally invented what we know as the light bulb. Dyson is another great example. He's famously said to have had, here we go, got the exact number, 5,127 prototypes before he made the first Dyson. So if these famous inventors, these people who've gone on to make huge successes, changes, contributions to the world, could have that many prototypes, why can't you as a service provider have that many prototypes? And I think this is a tricky one because we often think about products having prototypes, but we don't think about services having prototypes. But why not? I mean, I get that it's a lot harder by which to measure against a failure or success with a product, a tangible product. You have a criteria. Does it do this? Does it not? That you can adapt, learn, and evolve from. Services are a lot harder because they're based on people, and different people will respond differently. Some people will be your target market, some won't, but you won't necessarily know that until you get further down the line. And I get that it can be really frustrating. I've certainly felt this, wanting to make a contribution and provide value to people, but not necessarily feeling like it's having all the impact that it could. But is that because I'm only on a very early prototype? And actually, there's lots of iterations that I need to go through before I can offer something that's really different, really unique, and really makes a contribution, like the light bulb and like the Dyson Hoover. But I get that that can be really, really frustrating because, like we said, there's so many different variables, so many things moving. But all you can do is try different things, right? Trial and error. That's what design and ultimately producing something that adds value is all about. However, when it comes to a service, I think rather than having a set and clear and defined criteria, we've got to judge based on people's actions. The difference is you don't know exactly what people want or don't want. And they may say, the tricky things, they may say they want something like, yes, I want to get fit. Yes, I want to join a gym. You put that form in front of them with your gym membership, how many people actually sign up? Probably a lot less than what say they want to, right? So as a service provider, my invitation to you today is to consider, okay, well, how could you try and explore and kind of try and get your feedback based on people's actions rather than what they say? And this is really tricky, I get, because there are two things at play here that you're always trying to balance when it comes to trial and error. One is your clarity and your certainty and your criteria of what this thing is. And then there's also the frustration of, well, do people get it? However, I always find that those things, your personal clarity of what it is and how much people are clear on how it benefits them and therefore whether they choose to take it up or not, they go parallel, right? I don't think it's very common. In personal experience, I don't feel that it's common that we would have an amazing product and no one gets it. I think a lot of the time, if you're really clear on it, it's a lot easier to then convince other people of the value. So what I would, my invitation today would be to look at how you're marketing, rather than just being an opportunity to sell and to promote your product and to get it out there, how can you use your marketing to learn more about your service and the package and how it looks, right? You may be offering it in one format, but actually you'd get far better response in another format, or if it was tweaked, or if it was worded slightly differently, or it was a slightly different audience, or a slightly more focused audience. And if you can use your marketing to then test based on people's responses and refine accordingly, both you have the opportunity to be clearer on what your service is, and I say what it is, not because it's you may have the same kind of desire to contribute, but how it's presented and how it's packaged differs. So use your, for you to get clear, but B, because then you'll be better able to communicate it to those people that will benefit from it. And yeah, so this is the goal, I think, and then going, there may be many prototypes that you have to go through. And you know what? If people don't get it, or they're not quite clear why they can benefit, and in turn I'd maybe suggest maybe there's an element you're not clear about it, it's not that it's bad, it's that it's great. It's really, really amazing, and you're just not clear on how great it is yet, and how revolutionary and how insightful, how valuable it could be to other people, just like the light bulb and just like the Dyson Hoover has done for technology. So there we go. I hope that has given you a new insight into potentially how to another point of view of how to look at some of those frustrations as a service provider when people don't get the value that you offer. Keep trying. You're just on an early prototype and there's many more to come. So hope it's helped. I'll see you later. Bye.